Somebody in business, and be engaged. Don't blame the traffic. I've been on plenty of business appointments in Manila. I've never been late. If I've got to be in Eastwood at 2 o'clock, I leave my house at 11. I'm there at 1. Bring a book. Okay? They said, oh, I'm on Manila time. There's no such thing as Manila time. There's only time. You know, people are people wherever you go in the world. There's no difference. You know, what we do is we hear things, and we allow those things to be excuses in our mind. You know, in our thought life, we allow our thought life to control our actions. So unless you're guarding your thought life, unless you train yourself to see what's going on around you, unless you're able to think through things and get excited about things, you're just going to keep doing the same things you're doing tomorrow that you did today. Nothing's going to change. You know, I can tell you, like I said, I can tell you how to make a lot of money. I made a lot of money. Chicky Chan's going to tell you how to invest that money, how to grow that money. And Fred's going to tell you how to spend it. You know, Fred's going to tell you how to enjoy it. And if it wasn't for my skill set of liking people more than I like to be favored, I wouldn't be able to do that. You know. Don't get me wrong. We gotta have it all in our lives. Faith in God's first. My family's next. My fitness should be next, and my finances. I've let my fitness go. We all know that. I got some work to do too. Okay. We all get off track. We all get lazy once in a while. I'm no exception to the rule. You know, we're just all people that are trying to do better and improve our lives. But how many people spend the time? You know, there's 3 great speakers here in the Philippines. You got Francis Kong, you got Chicky Chan, you got Bo Sanchez, and you got Alexander. There's a few others. I would suggest, if you're not highly successful in your life right now, you don't feel good about who you are, and you're not making the money you want to be making, then when you're on the way driving here, you got plenty of time in the car instead of complaining about traffic. Get one of their CDs and play it, you know. Find 2 or 3 speakers you like and just inundate your mind with that. Get up in the morning. Read the success stories. Read that, you know, when I was in that hospital, if I didn't know that Henry Ford went bankrupt 7 times, lost everything before he was a success, I might not even try it again. If I didn't know Walt Disney went bankrupt 3 times, lost everything before he succeeded again. You know, if I hadn't known these stories and heard these things, I think how many people have been in the situation I've been in, similar situation, in the hospital, laying in bed, and never made it out of there. They just gave up. You know, life's too hard, poor me, I got a bad break. You know? It's like, no. Successful people, you don't see what goes into the success behind the story until you hear the story. And that's everybody, you know? You're no different, I'm no different. You know, we're ordinary. But I've chosen to live an extraordinary life. I have an extraordinary family. I have extraordinary friends. I get to travel in an extraordinary country right now. I get to go to Palawan and all these places I enjoy going to and spending time with people I like. I mean, life just gets better and better. And I keep putting more and more effort into it. I keep challenging myself. We challenge ourselves, we're growing. When we stop doing the things we need to do, we're just staying the same. And it's up to us. You want to be in the 13% of people that are living and enjoying their life and looking forward to their life? Or you want to be in a, 80? Wow, that's really bad, isn't it? That's 87% of the people don't look forward to getting up in the morning and doing what they're doing? Wow. I am blessed. I really am. Keeping your enthusiasm level up day in and day out is not an easy task. So you got to constantly be thinking about what you do and how it influences the people around you. If you're thinking like that, it's easy to be enthusiastic. Because now you're doing more than just selling a product or service, right? You're trying to help the younger people around you, even the older people around you, it doesn't matter age. You're just trying to help people around you. You know? Nothing wrong with presenting a business product or service idea, and if people can use it, you can connect and they can buy your service. That's great. That's what business is about, right? But don't put people in this funnel. People aren't in a funnel. You know, it's not about getting 100,000 likes and out of 100,000, 3,000 will buy. I mean, you can do that kind of business if you want. Some businesses are like that with products or whatever, but it's not really about that. It's about building a team, getting a product, taking it to market. I see so many people, they got 20 products. Well, I need to make another product. No, you need to sell the products you have now. If you can't sell the products you have now, what makes you think making another product is going to make it sell? You know? That's what people think. It's not like, you know, you can take somebody else's product and resell it nowadays, right? There's a lot of distributors, a lot of people. I've run wholesale companies, automobile industry, telecom industry, construction companies, tour guide companies for a real short time, you know? So it doesn't matter what the industry in. If you make people the most important thing in your daily life, that's becomes part of your business life. It carries over to all of your life. So it's not just about business, it's about all the people around you all the time. And you start thinking like that, you'll think differently, you'll grow a business, you'll grow something, you'll have something that'll last, you'll have more than enough money. Everybody in here is smart, we're all talented. But who can keep up the 85% attitude on a daily basis, day in and day out, no matter what happens to you? How many people are doing that? Apparently, according to statistics and according to a lot of facts, it's only 20% of the people in the world that keep up that attitude. It's only 20% of the people that are able to carry that enthusiasm over daily into their life, into their business life, into their family life, into their friendships, into the things that matter most in their life. When you become a person that can do that, you'll be successful in all areas of your life. You know? Like I said, I've helped grow. It took me 20 years of growing 3 multi-million-dollar businesses before I was able to launch my own my first on my own. Okay, so I helped 3 other people grow their businesses before I went out and grew my own. So I'd already learned. I'd watched them. I'd learned. I'd talked to them. I had the skill sets. You know, your number one skill set of an entrepreneur or salesperson is your ability to sell, your ability to get other people to like you. If you can get other people to like you, they'll do business with you. If they don't like you, doesn't matter what your business is or how great your product is, probably won't buy from you. It's just the way it is.
Can I ask questions?
Yeah, I was going to do that in a minute. Go ahead, Fred.
I just had a question about the last point you talked about being excited 80% of the time.
Yeah.
What do you do to stay excited all the time? Because I've never seen you down ever in yours.
Yeah. You know, some of the things I do in my mindset, I said, but besides the getting up in the morning, praying and reading about an hour a day, sometimes 2 hours a day, and writing out my plans for the day, majority of my friends and the people I have in my life and the relationships I have in my life, our conversations on a daily basis revolve around helping other people. That's what our focus is. So when I call my friends on the phone, and if I say something negative, that lasts for about 2 seconds. James, come here. You know, like snap out of it, like that quick. I mean, there's things that are going on around in the world all the time. There's things that we don't like in our lives. There's things that we do in our daily lives that we don't like doing. I do that too. But dude, you gotta look at what's right there. What's good about life? What's great about life? You know what I mean? A day's gonna pass us by. That day never comes back. You know, we can always make more money. Can't make more time. You know? What happened to me in that hospital when I lost everything? I realized I can make the money back. But what mattered was me. What mattered was my family. You know? I retired at 45 years old. And that's what I had to get back to. I had to get back to those fundamental principles. Okay? Basically, getting up every morning, getting in the right frame of mind, focusing, make sure I surround myself with the right people. Other people like yourself that are successful, they're moving in the right direction, they're focused on helping other people. See? When you're around other people like that, there's no gossip and chatter and what's wrong with that person, he didn't do that good, this person that. You know, in the employee world, you know, whether you're employee or employer, it doesn't matter. You can't afford to have that around you. That'll kill a business. That'll kill a company. You know, that's unhealthy. Inspiring people around you. And if you don't have inspiring people around you, you got to connect to the books, to the CDs, to the tapes, to the seminars, to the events. That's what I did. I got back to the basics. started going to seminars, started going to events, started connecting with other successful people that are here today. Other people here that are trying to grow and challenge themselves in their lives. You know? I know a lot of people in here actually want to do what I'm doing. They want to go around speaking in different countries and talking to people and trying to help change their lives, or even in their own communities they want to do that. And we all have a story. We can all do this. We can all get up here and share with other people. A lot of people say they want to do it. Very few people consistently will do that. You know? Get up here in front of other people, worried about what other people think. You know, thinking about what other people are thinking while you're talking. You know, it's uncomfortable. Especially if it's something you're doing outside your comfort zone. You know, you're growing, you're changing, you're trying to make a difference in people's lives. You know, there's going to be some people who are going to be cynical. You know, some people are going to like you, some aren't. Well, it doesn't matter. So that's life. It's always been like that. Some do, some don't. You know, some been riding in the east, sitting in the west for a long time. It'll be like that tomorrow. Nothing's going to change unless you change. The key to your better future is you. It's not me, it's not Fred. Nobody's going to come in and grab you and shake you and make a huge difference in your life unless that's what you want. If you want to change your life, there's things out there that will help you and support you do that. Most people will not inundate their mind around healthy, successful people. And you know why they don't do it? Because healthy, successful people aren't going to let you stay where you're at. They're going to tell you, no, we got to do this. Okay, come on, we got to go here. We got to do this. You got to think differently. No, don't say that about that. Don't do that. You know? Yeah. No, yeah, that's a good idea, but we're not just after money. We want to come back and buy from us again. Okay, so why don't we try and approach our business like this? Make a different business model. So it's not just about the numbers, you know? It's about the people. Okay, now we got something. Okay, that's how successful people think. They think like that all the time, day in and day out. They wake up. When I woke up this morning, actually I woke up yesterday morning. I didn't have a lot of planning yesterday. I woke up just as excited yesterday morning as I did today. Today I know that somebody here is going to get this thing, and it's going to make a difference in their life, and they're going to make major changes in their life. How many people here have heard me speak before? Okay. Aaron, I don't want to put you on the spot. I want to ask you one question. I met Aaron in January. I know Aaron. He's helped me with my events. But when I met Aaron, he has a lot of joy on his face right now. Go ahead, Aaron. I just want to hear from you what you've gotten from me doing this as a result over the last 8 months.
Well, a lot's happened. Part of it is attitude. One of the first seminars or presentations that Jim did that I listened to was about setting goals. And the difference between having something in your head as something you'd like to do and actually taking the work to write it down. To be clear, write it down, identify it, and then think about what you need to do to achieve that. And in key areas like faith, family, financials, and that was a start. I mean, there's a lot of things I would have liked to have changed in my life. Lots of dreams, lots of hopes, lots of gripes. You know.
Do you think you'd be where you are today?
Oh yeah.
You had written down your goals?
No, I'd still be complaining and moaning and groaning. I still do a little bit, you know, but I'm getting there.
All right, yeah, no, you're doing a great job. And I'm glad you're here with your two sons. It means a lot.
Yeah.
I've been inspiring people for a long time. You know, if you have a company, you have people working for you, you constantly got to pump them up, pump them up, pump them up. Right now, what I do a lot of times, I try and hire people that are self-sufficient, so I don't have to do that so much. But they still need to be inspired on a regular basis, you know. I had all my employees, they come in, and I'm paying them by the hour, whatever, and commission. But I have them watch 15, 20 minutes of a YouTube video every day, or a DVD I bring in the office. Some of them like it, some of them don't. They all have to watch it. You know, just make sure, I make sure I'm putting 20 minutes of good information in their minds. You know, besides me calling them on the phone, talking to them, trying to inspire them, and they tell me, oh, I'm struggling, and I thought I had this deal done, it fell apart, and it's all right, we're going to get to the next one. Here's how you do it. Okay, I do that too. So I have them do that on a daily basis. I did that on a daily basis for 4 years. I still continue to do that today. In my car, in my house, I have a DVD collection. Top 10 speakers in the world. Les Brown, Zig Ziglar, Jim Rome, Brian Tracy. I was on the phone the other day with Brian Tracy. We spoke for an hour. Told him I want to come over here and do an event with him in May. Brian Tracy's written 70 books on business. You can listen to his CDs for the next 3 months and probably not get done with them if you listen to them 2 hours a day. You know? So this guy's been in the personal development industry and the business industry for that long. He has that much material. Find 1 or 2 speakers you like and follow them on a regular basis. All of a sudden, Aaron's texting me quotes from these speaker, Sharman Monk or something, I don't know. And he's listened to them on a regular basis. So he found somebody he liked to follow. I never heard of that person before. That's okay. So you don't have to follow a certain person, you know? I mean, following Chicky Tan. Chicky Tan's got a lot of material out. You know, follow Zig Ziglar. Go out and get his book today. It's called To the Top. See you at the top. Go buy that book. Dr. Norman Vincent Peale, The Power of Positive Thinking. Go buy that book. Read it. Highlight it. Write down quotes from it. You know? Look at that on a daily basis. And see if in 2-3 months you haven't made a change in your mindset. See if your thinking hasn't changed. Most of us won't put in the effort and do the work it takes to change our minds. The average college student, after they graduate from college, reads a book a year. Average entrepreneur, business owner, reads a book a week. Just the way they do it. Average employee watches 22 hours of TV a week. Average CEO, 2 hours of TV a week. So how we're spending our time. We all have 24 hours in a day. How I spend my 24 hours is very different from how a lot of other people spend their 24 hours. How you can spend your 24 hours starting tomorrow is the same way I spend my time. Chinky Chan, Fred Sarkari, Brian Tracy. Okay, we're ordinary people, but we've chosen to live an extraordinary life. We've chosen to put in the effort and put in the time and do what we do so we can live the lifestyle we want to live. Not a lot of people are willing to do that. They say they're willing to do that, but trust me, I've had 10 people ask me to mentor them since I've been in the Philippines doing seminars and events all year. I said yes to every one of them. Didn't say anything about money. Sure, I'll help you out. You know how many people call me back? 0. Oh, one person. Aaron's been at every event. I take that back. Aaron showed up every time. Never asked Aaron to. Showed up, helped me out. What can I do? You know, da-da-da. Okay, 1 out of 10. Usually 1 out of 100. 1 out of 10. You ask 1 out of 100. You know? A lot of people say, oh, you're so lucky. Luck had nothing to do with it. Persistence, diligence, caring, giving, you know, doing the things that other people don't want to do, so I can have the things tomorrow that other people will never have. That's what I'm willing to do. Most of us aren't willing to do that. Most of us aren't willing to show up to a job we don't like 15 minutes early and leave 15 minutes late and do a little bit more for our coworkers. Most of us won't show up with that frame of mind. We won't. We can. We can all do it. It's a choice. You make a choice, and your choices make you. That's what happens in our life. We all have choices in our life. You make your choices, and your choices will make you. I choose to make better and better choices in my life on a daily basis. See, I built up that business again. I've got all that back. I don't want to be the guy laying in the hospital in IVs, you know? A friend of mine, an actor, Martin Lawrence, his friend just passed away, 52 years old. Died yesterday. Actor. Every day in the world. On a movie shoot. Working too hard. Stressed out. Heart attack. Died. Dead. Gone. Never coming back. Take some risks. Get outside of your comfort zone. You got one life to live. It's not a dress rehearsal. A lot of people think, you know, I'm going to do it later. You know I should be doing this, but not today. I'll do it tomorrow. Tomorrow never comes. For most people, that's the way it is. All their life, they go through their whole life thinking, you know, I was going to read the book, I was going to take the course, I was going to go volunteer, and they never take the actions to back up their words. You know what I do when I meet people, in business especially? I make sure, I watch them for a while. I make sure their actions match what they're saying. Because if it doesn't, it's not going to work. I know that. You know, you don't make a relationship with somebody, you know, somebody said, oh, this is my friend. I said, how long you know each other? A week. I'm scratching my head. Wow, sometimes it takes me, you know, a while to make a friend, you know. I would call Aaron my friend today. I kind of know Aaron. I kind of get to know his personality. I think he likes me. I like Aaron. You know, I've known him since January now, almost, 9 months. I call him a little bit of a friend. We're starting to form a friendship. You know, call somebody your friend you meet in a week. You know, here in the Philippines, I love the fact in the Philippines that they call each other Kuya and Ati, brother and sister all the time. I love the fact in the Philippines that they say yes sir, ho, and all the things that are respectful things to say. And then sometimes I say, why don't they start treating each other like it? You know? My daughter's a Filipino, my family. My stepdaughter's in a room today. She knows me. You know, if you say something, treat somebody like it. Don't call somebody your brother and then have your hand in their pocket trying to take something out with the other hand. You know, that's not going to work. Come on. You don't know what we need to be doing. But how many of us are doing it? If we're honest with ourselves. How many of us are actually waking up every day, taking the time to think about what I can do today to make somebody else's life better? How many of us actually get out of bed and our first thought on our mind is, how can I help somebody today? How can I make a difference in the lives of somebody else? You know, my life's great. That's great. Okay, what are you doing for the bill? You got a lot of money. So what? I don't care about your money. What are you doing with your money? You doing it to do good? You sowing good seeds? You reaping things? You know, you feel good about who you are? You know, that's what we get. We get in life what we put out. We get in life what we become. Success isn't a destination. I wasn't successful when I had the yacht and the house and all that stuff. I was just as successful when I met Fred surfing on the beach in Hawaii and I was working for 1,000 pesos a day. I was the same character. I had the same heart. I cared about people. That's what I cared about. When I leave this earth, the only thing that's going to stay is the memories of my daughter and me being here. You know, how great a grandfather I was. How good a father I was. We just all went on vacation in the rocks in Utah, hiking and climbing. I mean, they're all flying over here in a month. I had the money and the means and the ability to do that because I built a successful company. Because I cared more about the people than the money. You always got to put people first in your life. If you do that, you can build whatever you want to build. We're creative people. Most of us don't use our creativity or ingenuity. We wake up every day, day in and day out, and we think we're going to do something later on, but we never get to it. That's what we do. It's like, wait, stop, take a break. Okay, I'm going to go read a book. I'm going to go leave this. I'm going to do the writing, you know? I made a decision. I was going to do whatever it took in my life so I could live a full life, you know? That's what happened. When I was a kid, I was sitting in a church, missionary church, these guys came in, they started showing pictures of helping people out in Africa and the Philippines and different countries around the world. I said, wow, that's amazing, look at them. You know, they're nurses and doctors, could have been driving a Lamborghini and making all that money, and they're giving up their time and their sweat, blood, and tears to fly over another country to help people that weren't as fortunate as them. You know? They still have time to come back and make their money and do their life. You know? When you can be a person like that, don't worry about the money. The money's going to come. You can build a business, and you can build a team. You know? You got to have the right people in the right team, right people in the right place. You know? I want to leave you with this one thought. You can get everything in life you want if you help enough other people get what they want. You wake up tomorrow and you think about that. You can get everything in life you want if you help enough other people get what they want. You get everything in life you want. My name's James. Thanks.
Chinky realized the importance of perseverance and hard work at a young age after his father experienced big losses in business. He made his first million through hard work, perseverance, and frugality. Mr. Chick Possitor himself, Mr. Chinky Time.
Okay, good morning again.
Morning.
Again, good morning.
Morning.
Thank you very much, James, for that wonderful sharing and testimony. James actually called me up, I think, sometime in October or September, and he said that he wanted to set up this session, and I really felt privileged. And then he told me that he's going to bring Fred also. The reason why I'm here is not only to share this afternoon, but actually to learn. Because before you can give, you have to receive. Is that right? Yes or no? Yes. So I just want to challenge you today. Let's get right into it. There are a lot of things actually that James mentioned already in my talk. I think you have already spoke most of the things that I'm going to talk about. But nevertheless, just like to move everyone here right now from ordinary to what we call as what? Extraordinary. I do believe all of us inside this room were born for greatness. Is that right? Yes or no? Yes. No one is no one's a regular here. As a matter of fact, to tell that you are really born for greatness and extraordinary, can you please look at the person beside you right now? Look at the person beside you. Do you see any similarities? Do you see any difference? Yes or no? Yes. Aren't you glad that you're different? Yes or no? That's so scary when you look at someone and you really look alike. I'm telling you that all of us, we are unique. But the reason why sometimes people are really prevented from really achieving greatness in life and living an extraordinary life, it is because they refuse to do this word. Okay, let's skip all of this part. They refuse to what? Change. Everybody say change. Change. Change is uncomfortable. Is that right? Yes or no? Yes. Even a wet baby is uncomfortable when you want to change their diapers. And the reason why I always encourage people to change, because the only thing that is permanent in this world is what? The world is changing so fast. Question, who among you up this very day you still own a pager? Can you please raise up your hands? If you do, I want to congratulate you. It's only you and the operator. You're the only two people who's communicating with each other. Come on, what killed the paging business? What killed the paging business? No, it wasn't a cell phone. Can you still recall there was a season we had a cell phone and a pager all at the same time? What's inside the cell phone? It's called SMS, short messaging system, or called texting. And remember, we're the text capital in the world. We were the one who introduced texting all over the world. I was just wondering what were the board of directors of the beeper company during that time were thinking. Oh, okay, we won't lose our business. We won't lose our market share. The customers needs us more than we need them. They fail to understand that the most important asset that they had during that time was not their service, was their database of customers. Is that right? Yes or no? Yes. If only they were open-minded to switch products and services, they should have the Globe and the Smart and the Sun today. Agree? Yes. But they fail to recognize what? Change. They refuse to what? Change. If a business in a new industry is growing, we say another business and industry is dying. Where did that word came from? US. At the expense of who? The Americans. Why? I'm a business person, I'm in America. Operate the business. Why would I pay one employee that cost me 5 Filipinos in terms of their salary? It just doesn't make any business sense. So always remember, in an emerging market, there's also a what? Dying market. But you and I got to learn how to read the handwriting on the wall. Agree? If you remain status quo, believe me, you won't exist. You won't exist. Question, who among you inside this room, you want to move your business from ordinary to extraordinary? Your income from ordinary to extraordinary. You got to what? Because change is equivalent to what? Life is so simple. No change, no growth. I hope our goal every single year is not to be busy. Our goal is to become productive. We're called not to be busy, we're called to be productive. That's the reason why I'm always evaluating my business model. My present business model, I started my career in public speaking in the year 2008. I kept track of it. How many speaking engagement started on 2008 and up to the present. Is it growing? Yeah, so it's growing. And then suddenly I realized compared to this year and last year, okay, I've come to a point that I have reached the plateau. So if I want to double my sales and revenue, I have to change my business model. It's a stupid thing for me to expect that I will double my sales without changing my model. A person who expects something to change but keep on doing the same thing over and over and over again, no offense man, is an insane person. People refuse to change. Why? Because change is hard at first, but it gets easier when you get used to it. It's only difficult at first, but when you get accustomed to it, you get used to it. You embrace it. If change is indeed good, it is indeed good. It can help us to move from ordinary to extraordinary. Why do people refuse to change? Number one reason, because of what? Whether you like it or not. Good change, bad change, people resist what? Change. Because they are already at their comfort zones. And sometimes this is so strange. Strange in the sense, even though they are uncomfortable at their comfort zone, they're still willing to stay at their comfort zone. Do you know people who are not really making enough? They're making just enough. But do you know that some of them really have the potential to really excel and succeed? Yes or no? But when they're willing to live a mediocre life, status quo. And you know what, sad to say? You know what? We as Filipinos, we are one of the most resilient people in the world. Do you agree? No. What kind of disaster, typhoon, floods, disaster, we're still smiling. We're very resilient to a point at fault. We're already at fault. Because sometimes we just accept status quo. You know what? If you're an American, having the traffic situation here in the Philippines, if you're an American, most of us will become rich right now. Why? Americans will sue their government. Do you agree? Yes or no? They just recently concluded the election. Is that right? Yes or no?
Yes.
They didn't like the outcome. What are they doing right now? They're staging a protest. Yes or no? This is my challenge for you today. I don't want you to waste your time coming to this session and then bring home nothing. If you're earning 50,000 pesos a month, I want to congratulate you. But what's stopping you from earning 100,000 a month? And Jinky, you're talking to the wrong crowd. I'm making 100,000 a month. Oh, great! What's stopping you from making 250 a month? Oh, I'm making 250. Oh, what's stopping you from making 500,000 a month? 500,000? That's what I make. What's stopping you from making 1 million a month? In other words, all of us inside this room, we have comfort zones. No, you can do better. Why settle for less if you can go for the best? You know there are two types of fear. First is good. Everyone say good.
Good.
Good fears protect us. Good fear. You going on top of the building. I just came from Dubai, went to Burj of Khalifa at the top. We went to really to the top. 148 floors. When you look down, man, it looks amazing. And there's a thrill for you to jump. No, honestly, there's a thrill for you to really jump. But the good thing is, I had good fear. That good fear prevents me from jumping. Because what we call second is called bad fear. Everybody say bad.
Bad.
You know there's opportunity out there, but you refuse to what? To take it. Why? Because you are so afraid you might fail. You're so afraid of what other people might say. You have the fear of the unknown. You have the fear of the future. Why are we always what? Scared. You and I got to realize that our fear is really hindering us from achieving our extraordinary life. Living an extraordinary life. It is the one that's stopping us. Start believing in yourself. How come we can believe for some other people, but it's so hard for us to believe in ourselves? We see people succeeding. We see people making money. We say, we rejoice with them. They can do it, but I don't think I can. Never ever commit the mistakes of comparing yourself with what? Others. Because if you compare yourself with others, you'll be at disadvantage. And there are two types of pain. Listen. Pain that hurt us and pain that changes us. Pain that hurts us and pain that what? Changes us. I would embrace the pain that changed me, but I will let go the pain that hurts me. And the only way that you can let go of the pain that hurts you is if you learn how to forgive and move on. Because unavoidably, believe me, in business, in life, are you close with people? Yes or no? Your friends? Yes or no? Your relatives? Loved ones? Yes? Your spouse? It's sad to say the people who are closest to us are the people who can hurt us most. So when these people betray you, when these people said negative things against you, so when these people connive against you, how will you feel? Hurt. But in order for us to grow, we need to learn how to forgive and forget. Chinky, it's easier said than done. But let me tell you the truth. If you are not willing to forgive, you are not the victor, but you are the victim. You want to know why? If you live in bitterness and unforgiveness, this is a clear picture. It is as if you drank poison and you expect the other person to die. You want to know why we should learn how to forgive? Yes or no?
Yes.
Because it's not because that the person deserves your forgiveness, but you deserve peace. Learn how to let go of the pain that hurt us. But learn how to embrace pain that changes us. The law of opposites says it's the short-term effect is always the opposite of the long-term effect. I will repeat. The short-term effect is always the opposite of the long-term what? Effect. You pay now, you pay later, you pay now, you pay later, you save now, you retire later. Now, are you ready for change? Yes or no?
Yes.
Come on, convince me. Are you ready for change? Yes or no?
Yes.
What do you need to change? What you and I need to change? We got to change our what? Habits. Admit it or not. All. Everybody say all. All of us inside this room, we're creatures of habit. Habit is something that you do over and over again and it becomes a part of you. And it's so hard to unlearn an old habit. Is that right? Yes or no? In other words, if you want to change something, do you want to change something in your life? Yes or no? Yes. You must first form a new habit, then the new habit will what? Form you. Coming into work is a habit. Coming into work early is a habit. Coming into work late is a habit. Finishing your job ahead of time is a habit. Finishing it late is a habit. You must first form a habit, then the habit will what? Form you. If you know you have bad habits, you have to unlearn in order for you to relearn. It's so hard to fill a cup and the cup is already full.
Yes.
Common default of most people, I don't earn much, I need to earn more. Yes?
Yes.
That's a wrong premise. Why? Can you control your extra income? Yes or no? I need to earn extra 50,000 next month. Can you earn extra 50 immediately next month? No, you cannot control it. Agree? Money not spent is money earned. Why control the things that you cannot control? Why don't you control the things that you can control? First thing you can control is your spending habit. When I talk about expenses, okay, every day we spend money. Yes or no? But the question is this. Are you spending your money on needs or only on what? On wants. I have nothing against people buying expensive coffees, wearing expensive watches. I have no problem as long as you can afford it. But if you are having a hard time with your personal finance and you are not conscious about your spending habit, you have a big problem. Is the money that you're earning making your life easier? Or is the money that you're earning making your life harder? If the money that you're earning currently is making your life easier, it may say, you're doing the right thing. But the money that you're earning is making your life more difficult and more challenging. You're using it the wrong way. Live in simplicity, not duplicity. But the reason why some of you are not in business because you don't know how to start a business. So, in order for you to start a business, you have to what? Learn before you what? You earn. The reason why people remain poor, it's not because of the lack of money, it's not the lack of opportunity, it's because of the lack of knowledge and ideas. If you're really good at what you're doing, you should be making money. But how can you put value in yourself if what you've learned last year is the same thing that you're still doing this year? Have a new job description that you don't used to do before, but right now you're doing. Right now, you have the right to demand and you have the right to ask.
And he's here tonight. He's going to share with you some things about the reasons why we do the things we do and what we need to do to change those things. So I'd like everybody to put their hands together for a warm welcome for Fred Sarkari.
I believe we make business and life way too complicated. What I'm going to do is simplify things in a way where you can actually walk out of this room and use things. Keep learning. If the only thing you're going to take away is change that mindset to ask yourself, what do I not know right now? Because we're so focused on what we know, what we want to share. Look at me, look at what I've done, that we lose sight of growth itself. We have no idea what it takes to make this possible so we can walk away with such education. James, let's everybody give a hand for James and his staff. Disturb the thought process. What does that really mean? Right? Today, I don't want to give you any answers. What I want to do is change how you think about the situation you're in. I'm not here to change your situation. That's your responsibility. But I'm here to change how you think about the situation that you have right now. Changing your consciousness is what we talk about. And there's 3 ways to change your consciousness, actually. Now, first of all, how many people here, with a show of hands, actually make a list of things to do? And when you take something off a list, how do you feel? You feel good, right? And then when you feel good, what do you want to do next?
Do more.
And you want to feel that feeling again. So how do you feel that feeling again?
Yeah.
You take something else off the list, and you take something else off the list. In time, if you're not focused, if you're not aware of how your body works, how your mind works, what you're doing on an everyday basis, all of a sudden you cross that line, and you become addicted to the feeling. You become addicted to the results. It doesn't make a difference if you're spending 18 hours a day working. You don't care if you're being effective. You just get addicted to it.
Yeah.
Right? Dopamine is one of the most powerful drugs you could possibly have to create results. But if you're not aware of how it works in your body, in your mind, you lose control of it. And that's when you become addicted to just crossing things off the list. You don't care if it's good, bad, if you're creating results. How many people have those days? You come home and you know you've just had a long day because you're mentally exhausted, and you come and you go, oh, I'm so tired today. How many people have had that? If you put your hand up, most likely that day was a waste of a day. Because here's what happens. We are physically capable of doing way more than we possibly think we can. When we get exhausted like that, because we got exhausted mentally. We got exhausted chasing non-stop, without focus, without intent, without awareness. And then we get exhausted. Those days are the days you sit down and you ask yourself one question: what did I accomplish today? And most likely you'll have 0 as an answer. You just became busy. Right? So number one thing to change your consciousness, to disturb the thought process that you have on a daily basis, stop chasing answers. I used to believe I was very effective at what I did, because I was always very conscious, not wasting time on things I didn't want to do, because I love adventure, I love life. I want to go spend as much time as I can living life. Here's what I did. But what I realized was not how effective I was, but how ineffective I truly was. Meaning, how can I be better? I lost sight of that. No matter where you are in your life right now, no matter how your business is doing, the question is, tomorrow, can you be better? Increments, little by little. And they only found one characteristic trait that was common with every single one of them. Just one. Self-awareness. Why was that day successful? Why it wasn't. Why that meeting was successful? Why it wasn't. Self-awareness gives you control of your environment. If you cannot control your environment, the environment will always control you. And one of the number one indicators to know if the environment is controlling you is if you come home mentally exhausted. Number one, stop chasing answers. Once you can stop chasing answers long enough, you become aware of your environment. The answer already exists, but we're not asking ourselves the right questions for the answers to reveal itself. In order to teach us the lessons we need to learn in life. What's the number one question children always ask? Why? Number one question we need to ask every single day is why. Why are things working? Why are things not working? Why am I exhausted? Why is my income not doubling? Why am I working more every year and making less? When it should be working less every year and making more. Forget the answers. Ask yourself the questions enough, over and over and over again. The answers are right there. Connect with the people. Have fun with the people. Engage with the people. Truly care about the people. Like James talks about and he actually lives. Truly care about them. If you want to build a sustainable business, we need to understand the difference between effective versus efficiency when dealing with our clients. But effective doesn't work when it comes to building relationships. You have to be efficient. And efficient means you're thinking long term. What's the foundation in your business? People. Are we building a solid foundation with the people in our business? How much time are we truly wasting? We're always chasing more time. We're always chasing more money. But the question is, how much are we losing? How many people here love results? Well, get over it. Really. Results are a byproduct of what you do. But if you're chasing results, you're going to get exhausted. Start falling in love with what it takes to get the results. You are so focused in getting where you want to get to that you're completely blind at how far you've come. Simplify things. Understand that there's a person in front of you, and they're nothing more than a ball of energy. And every decision that they make is based on emotion. Everything has patterns. Businesses have patterns, people have patterns, everything has patterns. Right? The human brain will only feel that they can trust somebody based on repeated patterns of behavior. That's called consistency. James talked about it. Do you show up on time? I will not do business with somebody that does not show up on time. Because I believe in patterns. And how you do anything is a reflection of how you do everything. That's just the way the human mind works. These are my two things. I always ask myself these two questions. Number one, will it make a difference? Always ask myself that. Will it make a difference? The second question I always ask myself is, will it make me happy? Because in the end, why do we do anything? To be happy.
Red.
Thank you.
Most people won't do what we do. Most people won't take the challenge on themselves to make the changes they need to make in their life so they can do something else.
What's your you have a morning or evening routine? Like how do you pump up your day?
Yeah.
How do you end your day?
James was asking me that yesterday.
Right.
Yeah.
If I'm not aware where my mind is, I have no control over it.
When I wake up in the morning, I don't turn on any electronics in my house, computer, laptop, phones for the first hour. And the only way that gets me out of my routine of reading and writing in the morning is if my grandchildren are there and they're jumping on me, then I do focus on them, but mostly that's what I do. I've done that consistently for years now, so it's just part of my routine. The first hour of the day belongs to me and God. After that, after I get my mindset right, my heart right, then I'll open up my life to the world. That's what I do first in the day.
Any situation in life, how do you know when to pursue or to give up?
Oh, that's a great question. Who are you asking? Sorry.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Guiding light.
Yeah.
What my closure was, right? And I'm going to do something if I said, is that a project I want? Now, this is my main business. And this is my main business because I love it. That becomes my main business by default. I know the blueprint of what works for me and the kind of projects I need to do.
I know what you're doing, you enjoy the people you're doing it with, you're on the right track. I enjoy being with Fred, I enjoy the things I'm doing in my life. I look forward to it every day. First started in my whole life, it's always been profitable the first month out of the gate. Doesn't matter what it is. I had planned it that way before I started. A month after I'm doing it, the income's great. That's the way I started companies.
My name is Sage, and I wanted to ask you guys, where do you draw the line in being humble and taking too much pride in your accomplishments?
You know, I'm always thinking about the people around me. Yesterday I was having a conversation with somebody, and he said, you know, you're an A person, I'm a B person, and they're seeing D people, and I start thinking, no, we're all A people out here. Everybody, you know? You might be at a D level in life, is that what you feel like? Like you want to put something on a level, like you're trying to work your way up to get to better your life, but you're not on a lower level than another human being. You know, we're all on the same level, we're all equal. There's a learned mindset and an unlearned mindset. That's the only difference. There's a skilled mindset and an unskilled mindset. Okay? So the person, if I was on a level above them, I'm really not. I've done things consistently in my life, and I put more effort into certain areas of my life, so maybe in that area of my life I would excel maybe a little bit more than him. But that doesn't mean I'm above him. Not for a heart. Look over to this table here on my left, and I can see a person struggling with their business, or I can look at somebody as a future 500 CEO. That's what I choose to see. I see a future 500 CEO. Okay? Our mindset and how we perceive things and how we look at things makes the biggest difference in the world. I guard my mind on a daily basis. There's people that want to come into my life, and I can't allow it sometimes, you know? I can give them group time, but I can't give them one-on-one time.
Every time you have communication with somebody, it doesn't matter if it's 2 minutes, 5 minutes, an hour, phone call, irrelevant. You ask yourself one question and one question only. How did I make that person feel?
They're doing real well, they're successful, and just because I'm personable and friendly with them, they say, hey, can you help? Can you work with me? You want to come to work with me? This isn't America, where they don't just offer jobs when you happen to buy Starbucks having a cup of coffee. That just doesn't happen too often. I don't think it happens too often here in the Philippines either. It happens to me all the time. It happens to me based on my personality and based on the questions I ask people. And people know that I'm genuinely concerned about them as a person, not them as a product or a tool to get a means to an end. So people know that about me.
Since when is the last time that you feel that you are demotivated, and how did you cope up with this?
Sorry, what's the question?
When we feel demotivated, how do we deal with that? How do we cope with that?
When we feel demotivated?
Yeah.
Very simple. You ask yourself, why am I shit? Allow yourself to feel whatever you feel. That is okay. But then figure out why you're feeling it and ask yourself, do you want to continue that or not? No?
Yeah.
Change your thought. Simple formula.
Yeah, my default habit is to read a book, put it in a CD, call my friend, call my grandchildren on Facebook if I'm over here lonely, separated from my family for a long time. Anything like that. So there's a number of things you do. You get used to it after a while, and you just pull yourself out of it.
Did we have fun?
Yes.
Can we please give James a hand for making this?
Fred and Aaron for helping me out. Let's give them a big round of applause. And Jackie's going to make a quick announcement about the wine and food. And outside here, we got a little reception. So when you go outside this room tonight, have a goal, make 3 people feel better than where you found them tonight. Thanks.
Everybody give yourselves a round of applause for being here. Thank you very much for being here. Let's give another round of applause for our speakers today. I hope that you learned something from this event and the following event.
Hi, I'm Jelaine and I'm electrical engineer. I'm currently at real estate right now, and I learned a lot on this seminar. And the only thing that I will never forget here is don't complicate things. Always simplify. Always make someone happy every day. What matters most is dapat nakaka-influence ka ng iba and make somebody feel better every day.
Alright, hi, I'm Gabriel Faustin, and I'm a business developer at GetPlace. We are a mobile real estate startup, and we basically connect people, property seekers, tenants, with the right brokers, and property developers as well. So how I did find about this event is actually, I'm looking into investing more in learning. I think that money gain is something that you can gain back in time. Money you spend is actually something you can gain in time. But the time spent in learning is something you can't get back. I came about learn about this event when I attended one of James Cottle's gatherings, and what I learned from this is, you gotta start with why. And when you know when to start with why, everything will follow. And I think that's really a great thing to know. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Sage Cuevas and I am an undergrad, currently taking up double majors in PSBA, Business Courses of Accountancy and Marketing. Found out this event through a friend who was my high school batchmate, and then this is our sort of a get-together. This seminar really imprinted a lot of things on me, especially since I am an undergraduate still, and I wanted to do my own business and be employed in the near future. The thing that really had driven onto me is about mindsets, people's mindsets, changing your own mindset, and letting the environment not control you, but controlling yourself. I think in every decision that I will make, this would be the driving force that I would have to realize at the end of the day. So thank you for this wonderful event, and I hope that in the future seminars, I would also get to attend it. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Sarah Jane Salem. I'm into real estate industry. I always honor James for doing these events, and they are actually changing everything, my mindset. It's our thought that makes things complicated. You just simplify things and enjoy what you are doing. That's it, and thank you.
Good evening, my name is Zachary Flynn. I'm 16 years old. I heard about this event through my father, because my father is friends with Mr. James, and he asked me if I wanted to come, and I said, yeah, this would be fun. I'm a student at Aguinaldo International School, and I guess the biggest thing that I learned from this event was to ask myself, how will it make me feel personally, and will it make a difference with other people? Because that's like the most important parts of life, in a way, I guess. So, wherever you are, can you make a difference? And does making a difference actually make you happy? Thank you.
Hi, I'm Prince. I'm a financial coach, dating coach, and a motivational speaker also. So I'm starting a company. It's POA Academy, and also starting my own brand to help people, educate them how to be a better version of themselves. So why did I attended the event? It's because I just want to connect to more people, like-minded people. Also, I want to learn, because if you're not growing, you're dying. And one of my biggest takeaway of the day is, every time ask the person you are interacting with, ask the person, how do you feel? Or how did I make that person feel? So yeah, it's one lesson, but I think that question can make a big impact to my business and also to my personal relationships in terms of life. So that's it. Thank you so much.
Hi, my name is Orion Flynn, and I'm a music production student at St. Benilde. I heard about this event from my dad because he kind of helped with it, and then he showed me the internet page, and then that's where I saw it, and where I started wanting to know more about it, and then to go to it. And my biggest takeaway from this event is that, well, personally, I always used to live like for myself. Then the next step would be think about others. But from this event, what I'm taking away from this is think about others first and then yourself. Will it make a difference? And then will it make me happy? Thank you.
My name is Harold. I work for the BPO industry for the last 7 years. Biggest takeaway is that it's a big difference, and I'll probably applying this now to my work. And I realized that you just have to be stress-free to be successful in life. That's it. Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Coach Marlon Loayon, a health wellness coach consultant. I'm a self-made health consultant. Kaya ako umatin dito, gusto kong matuto. I want to learn more. Ibig sabihin, marami pa din akong dapat na matutunan. And right now, I have decided to attend more seminars.
Hi, James Cottle live here in Manila. And we just had a terrific event with the local speaker, Chinky Chan, and then on the international speaker, Fred Sarkari from Canada. And we're going to be doing future events here in Manila, and we're hoping you'll come out and join us. The audience here was great. They had a wonderful time. They were excited. And most of all, it changed their life. We heard the stories after the event and how it affected them. And how it affected me as a speaker is it made me think about the things I do in my life and the reasons why I do them. And when we know that, that's when we make powerful changes in our life. That's when we grow, and that's when we can change. And I hope you come out, and I hope you grow with us. Thanks.
You told us earlier that you're a person who likes to learn. So, in this event, I mean, you've done thousands of events, I guess, like maybe millions.
I don't know about millions. I think the more important thing is reminding ourselves of what we already know that we don't do anymore, right? Like James hit the key that I have to remember what my life revolves around is make sure, Fred, don't forget, you got to care about people. That is the foundation. Take the time, slow down, have a conversation.
Regarding James, he's been, for the past few months, he's been training himself, right?
Yes.
To be like you guys.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I know that he's on his way there. But, and you've seen him grow. So what are the key points, I guess, like maybe things that he can improve on, or what is his biggest, strengths as of the moment that he can prioritize?
You know, for him, based on his own personality that I know, just remember why you're doing it and what part of it is fun for you. The whole time when I was talking to him, James, why are you doing this event? Why are we flying down? Why are we doing this? He's like, I want to help people. I'm like, okay, so what else? No, I just want to help people. Right? And that's all he focused on. You know, so I tell James all the time, whatever you do, don't forget that. Because when you get caught up with the work part of it, you're going to lose the fun. You lose the fun, you're done. Right? And that's the same thing for me, or you. Remember why. Why are you doing anything? What's the fun in it? And hold on to that.
The Filipino as a crowd, I mean, you've talked to a lot of racist nations and different people. The Filipino and the Philippines as a crowd, how are they? How are they different? Perhaps maybe good points about how they are as audience.
Okay, I'll answer that by saying they're not different than anybody else. People are people, right? What happens, unfortunately, we're conditioned to look at people and see what's different about them. There's nothing different about it. It doesn't matter what culture you're from, what background you're from, what education you have. In the end, if you actually look at a person, we're all the same, right? We all want happiness. We all want something good in our lives. We make different decisions. We're trained in different ways. We have different education. But there's no difference in people. We all think the same way. We're all emotional creatures.
We see more of Fred in the Philippines.
I hope so. The people here are great. I love Asia overall. I think there's a different sense of community and friendship and support.
Mr. Fred, again,
Thank you so much.
for this impromptu interview.
Absolutely.